Hey guys, what's going on? It's Elaine Stewart here, your favorite person, and in today's video I am doing something a bit different. Doing bike packing from Lilydale to Warburton. I'm doing it overnight there and I'm going to come back the next day. So there's my bike set up here. I'm going to show you that a bit more in depth later on, but for now we're going to go and do this bike packing trip and see what we can find along the trail. Let's go. Found this really cool place to eat. You can have lunch in like an old train carriage. Still too early for lunch for me, it's like only 11 o'clock. So I'm going to continue, but maybe next time I come here I'll probably have some lunch here. Good museum, let's go and have a look. So the Alpine Hotel in Warburton was very nice inside, but I wasn't very impressed with the menu options, so I prefer to go to another town down the road, back towards Lilydale. The pub there looks like it serves some really nice chicken parmigiana, and the steak sandwich looks pretty good too. The closer I can get to Lilydale tomorrow, the better, because it's going to be like something crazy like 42 degrees tomorrow. So if I can avoid that heat during the day and finish this bike ride earlier, the better. However, I would have liked to have a bit of a longer bike ride, but the weather's just going to be too hot for it. Hey guys, so I just thought while it's still daylight, got some time, I'm just going to show you my gear setup for my bike. Okay, so in here I've got my tent and my sleeping stuff, and on this other side I've got some of my clothes, first aid kit and some bike tools. As I said before, this is my first time doing bike packing, so I've got a very basic setup at the moment, and I'm just throwing all my hiking gear onto my bike. It's a gravel bike, it's got these gravel tires. It did come with a rack already attached, and then I've just gone ahead and got some panniers. And then as you can see on top, I've just got like a backpack, which I'm just holding it down with these elastic straps. I have this chest pack here. It's called the Helicon Tex chest pack. When I go hiking, that's normally on my chest. I wanted a place to store the camera, which I'm holding right now, so I just store it in here. So I can just take this backpack off and then I'm good to go. Because I like to have something which I can carry with me around in town, and I also take my valuables in that bag with me. I've got some slippers here, and yeah, panniers are really cool. Like, it's the first time I'm using panniers, so they just come off so easily. I just got to pull them up. It's got like a lock mechanism underneath, and then to put it back on, I just clip it back in. It's not going to go anywhere, and it's all adjustable, so you can make it nice and tight. Bikepacking has been really good. I intend to do more in the future, just something different from hiking. So if I want to do a trail which is like really long and it required me to do like 40 k's a day, then I can do that with bike packing. I can do it with hiking too, but it's just going to take so long. And I guess having the benefit of a bike is that you can put more heavy things on there than I would normally take hiking, because you're not going to have that constant strain on the body. So that's a brief description of some of the things I brought with me, and I think it's time to go to the pub and get some dinner. Okay, so I don't know where I'm going to be camping tonight. There's probably not going to be any water source near me, so I've got myself a 2-litre water bladder. It's one of these Noctube things. So I normally take this with me hiking, and I hang this from the tree, and there's a filter on the end, and it filters water through into my drink bottle just using gravity. Don't need to do that today because I've got clean water right here. So yeah, just going to go ahead and fill this up, and I'll have water for tonight. Okay, so all I need to do is to fold this. There we go. So I'm going to try and find a campsite now. I want something that's going to be quiet, so not near any water sources, not near any traffic, especially not near people. I want to try and be discreet as I can. Probably not going to get anything perfect, because it's just probably going to be on the side of the track, but I'm going to see what we can find. Let's go. Found a good place to set up my tent. It's like on a boardwalk. It's a bit exposed, but it's away from any roads where people can just park their car and walk up here, so it's a little bit far from that. So you're not supposed to camp here, so I'm going to go ahead and set up my tent. So I'm just basically setting up a fly screen for myself. I've tried using bivy bags and things like that before, but I just rather have a tent, just easier to move around and just gives you a sanctuary away from all the flies and mosquitoes. It's going to be a really clear night tonight, so yeah, it's not going to rain. I don't need to bother putting up my fly, and I can see the stars as I sleep, which I absolutely love doing. It's going to be a very clear night tonight. Okay, so in terms of sleeping, all I have is like a fleece liner for a sleeping bag, because it's quite warm tonight. It's still pretty warm, it's like 18 degrees or something, so I'm going to chuck that inside. So I've got a Trekology pillow which I'll pump up later on, and then I've got my sleeping mattress, just a self-inflatable one, nothing too fancy. Ta-da! Okay, so tent is all set up, I'm changed into my pajamas, and bike is locked away. Just in case anyone does come and they think they're smart, they can take my bike. It is locked, and I should be able to wake up in time to catch them. So I did say that I'll show you my gear, but it's pretty dark at the moment. I don't want to draw too much attention to myself with this light, in case anyone does see me with the light on. So I'm going to go through my gear tomorrow morning, so if anything interesting happens during the night, I'll let you know. Well, it's the morning and nothing much happened last night except that I couldn't sleep very much, but that's okay. It happens on these kinds of trips, especially on the first night. I don't sleep very much. I only sleep about 4 hours. Anyway, it's nice and early. It's about 6:30 at the moment. I've already packed up my tent. It's going to be a very hot day, so I want to get out of here as soon as possible so I can avoid the 42-degree heat. But as promised, I'm going to briefly show you some of my stuff that I brought with me. I got my tent, so there's my tent poles, my tent fly and footprint, and then it's my actual tent. I like to keep my tent fly separate from my tent because this is sometimes wet and I don't want to mix the two together. I like to have one dry. This is my sleep system. It's only a fleece liner from Cedar Summit. Next I have just a pump up pillow. I've got my clothes in here. I've got some bike tools in here. I've got an extra tube, and this is my mini pump. It's brand new, haven't used it. Bike gloves. This is where I keep my water filtration system, my toiletries, yeah, just some random stuff in there. This is my water bladder. It's 2 liters. In here's my first aid kit. Here is my torch for my camera, my phone charger, electronics bag, another torch, head torch, some biscuits, and then there's my backpack and my sling bag. So that all fits onto here very nicely. So yeah, I'm going to pack all this up and then get out of here. So just arrived here at Wandin Station, just waiting for the train, but I think I missed it because it left a very long time ago. Anyway, it's been a really good trip. Lilydale to Warburton, 40 k's up and then 40 k's back. Not too long, you can complete it in about 3 to 4 hours. I took the whole day to do it because I chose to stop at a few places along the way. And I think that's the point of it. You want to enjoy like what you're seeing. That's my philosophy on it. So if I was to do another bike packing trip, I don't think I'm going to have all those luxuries I've had on this trip, like all these places to stop. I think I'm going to have to bring more gear. I'm going to have to bring some more food and probably just some stuff to keep me warmer at night time. And I'm going to wrap it up now. I'm going to continue on to Lilydale Station to finish off this bike packing trip. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.